Convention. Yes, they'll go there with their marching orders from their politician friends. And yes, it'll be two, if not 3-1 Democrat to Republican. So that's the will of the people. That's the way it is in the People's Republic of New York. Let's let the ship sink. It's time to let it bottom out. And it's also time to see who's really standing for reform or not. And I think by voting yes, you're actually going to finally see who are the reformers. And by voting no, you're going to see who is in the pockets of the politicians and the unions and all that. This is going to be a 75-25 vote in favor of no, in my opinion. I'm putting it out there right now. That's my prediction. But it's time to see that 25% stand up and push forward beyond this ballot measure. If this isn't going to get them riled up, nothing will, and then we're really doomed. If you don't push for the reform, you might as well be a Democrat. There I said it. Russ is a Democrat. End of story.
Gene, can I talk now?
Of course.
All right, good. Whew. I had to bite my tongue for a while.
I bet
you can. Listen, Gene, you can vote for reform every single election cycle. You can elect Republicans, or I argue there is no such thing as a Republican in New York State. Because even the few that we have, they're trash. So I don't trust any of them. But if you really believe in this reform movement that you think you can get, then start electing people. And they can start incrementally changing things. I don't think you blow up the whole Constitution and then commit suicide like you're saying. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Let's just all get on the ship and sink together and prove a point. No! We're all right now. It's going to be worse. If you allow these maniacs that are in power now to put their people as delegates to totally obliterate whatever little safeguards we have left in our state constitution, that's insanity to me. And I don't care if my position is the same as some public sector unions that are pushing for the same thing, because they're pushing for different reasons. Reasons I disagree with, by the way, in the big picture. And let me just touch on that real quick, Gene, and I'm dying to get your take on it.
You're all eating from the same trough, but go ahead.
Sort of. But I think that, if you have if the government was stupid enough to make deals with city workers, state workers, they made deals with them for pensions, contract negotiations. They got to live by those deals. I'm sorry. New people that come on board, if the people who really want this constitutional convention want to reduce the cost of pensions, well, then why don't the elected officials stand up for that right now? Every time they do a collective bargaining agreement, why don't the elected officials toe the line and say no? There isn't going to be, the new tier, whatever it is for pensions, is going to be a lot lower, or you have to contribute to a 401k or whatever it is. But they won't do it because they're cowards and they're all full of you-know-what. So why would I trust those very same people who are going to select delegates to a constitutional convention to somehow make it all better? I don't trust them, Gene. We can't trust them when they're elected to the office. You damn sure can't trust an unknown delegate is going to do it. And then once they rewrite the Constitution, Gene, you're telling me that the general population of New York State, the People's Republic of New York State, who have no idea what's in their state, federal, or even their city charter, are going to somehow know what was changed in the Constitution and vote yes or no as an informed voter. You believe that?
If they read their ballot measures, they will. But Russ, you just basically made.
But you believe that? I'm asking, do you believe it?
No, of course I don't believe that. But you basically made my argument for me. You just said that these piece of crap politicians are never going to change anything in a Constitutional Convention setting. So then you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Why not try something new and see what happens?
No, I didn't say. I said that if you hold a Constitutional Convention where 75% of the people there are Democrats and the other 25% are also Democrats, you're going to get a lot of things that you're not counting on. New York State can become officially a sanctuary state enshrined in the Constitution.
And if you expect the political class or the aspiring political class, these new politicians, the next generation of politicians that you seem to have so much faith in, if you think they're going to set rules in opposition to their own benefit that are currently in place now, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I got to sell you, pal, because I
agree. They can get rid of term limits at the governorship. They can get rid of a lot of things that we think are good ideas right now.
So, and this will be my last closing remark on this. I'll let you get the last word. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So let's keep doing the same thing we've always done, and hopefully the law of insanity will be that we'll get a different result. Oh, wait, that's not the law of insanity. It means you're going to get the same result over and over again. You got to try to change something.
Listen, I like your thought process, and I don't totally disagree with it, but I believe Glenn Beck once said this, and I agree with him, and I think it's applicable here. He said, whether you vote for Democrats or Republicans, you're going to socialism. If you vote for the Democrats, you're there on a bullet train. If you vote for the Republicans, you're on an old steam locomotive. Both of them have the same destination. I just think if you do a constitutional convention and you blow up the document, everything that the left has ever wanted will get enshrined, and we'll be there on the bullet train. That's all I'm saying. Let's stay on the locomotive train, bro.
All right. Time for final thoughts, pal. What's your final thought for the evening?
Donna Brazile, Hillary Clinton should both go to jail, share a cell. I think they both liked Uma Abedin for the wrong reasons.
I like Uma Thurman. What are you doing to her? Come on.
I don't know. She's one of the Harvey Weinstein crew.
Kill Bill, or the Hollywood movie. Kill Bill, great movie.
Garbage movie. But I do think that Donna Brazile and Hillary Clinton should go to jail. They should share a cell, and yeah, that's what should happen to those two.
Well, listen.
Second baseman for the what's that town in New York she's from? Softball team she plays on?
Oh, I don't even know. I forgot. I blocked it out. I gotta be honest. When it comes to Hillary Clinton, I blocked a whole bunch of things out. But my final thought, it's amazing how everything is blowing up this year because of Donald Trump. Politically, we're seeing the Democrats explode. You're seeing establishment Republicans implode. You're seeing Hollywood eat itself. You're seeing, television culture. I mean, we didn't even talk about Saturday Night Live and the Larry David joke about the Holocaust, for God's sakes. There's only so much you can put into one show for an hour. But
what, Gene, too soon?
Not soon enough. Anyway, I'm going to get in trouble for that one, but I don't care. Bottom line being, look at what it's a year now. A year of Donald Trump has done to America. And I think it's a good thing. I think we're seeing some new thought. I think we're seeing a real diametric shift in politics. And I think we're going to see a lot of good come out of it. And hopefully on our next show next week, we can actually talk about, President Trump's foreign policy trip to Southeast Asia. We can talk about the actual tax reform bill and how it, helps the country, but may hurt New Yorkers and the People's Republic of New York here. I mean, we can talk about a whole bunch of different policy things, but, maybe next week. I keep saying we're going to talk about.
I don't know, Gene.
Next week.
Listen, you vote for that constitutional convention, they may ban podcasts. Good luck with all that.
Wow. I think with that, I'm going to voluntarily shut the sucker down. And, Russ, thanks again. Great show. Way to be, pal, even though you're voting the wrong way this week. Whatever. It's okay. I still love you. But until next week, folks, Gene and Russ, Behind Enemy Lines, from the People's Republic of New York, we are out of here. Good night, folks.
While we're still allowed to be.
Our position's been compromised. It's time to roll out. Report for debriefing at www.behindenemylinesradio.us and look for regular communications via Facebook and Twitter at BEL_radio. You are the resistance. Behind Enemy Lines. A rock radio production. Copyright 2016. Back in 7 days. Out.